So hi, I'm Eduardo COF, and today I'm here to talk to you about reducing traffic congestion. And traffic congestion is a major problem today in our economy within cities like New York, LA, Sacramento, Chicago, and other cities. And my main claim is a more flexible work schedule is the most effective way to reduce traffic congestion. And I'm here to talk about three main points, which is why not build more highways, flex time, and a compressed work week. Why not build more highways? In a published paper by the American Economic Review, studies by two University of Toronto professors prove that roads actually cause traffic. Their studies show that the increasing amount of roads increase the demand for the roads as well as causing a larger amount of traffic congestion. Flex time, and then there's also flex time, which allows different arrival and departure times. The arrival and departure of employees at different times spread out the traffic throughout the day, therefore eliminating traffic peaks around the same business time, which is 5 p.m. or 7 a.m. Along with that, according to an article published with Mobility Investment Properties, the cost of flex time would only be within $20,000 to $40,000 a year to implement and maintain. Then there's a compressed work week, which is compressing the work week from, instead of 5 days a week, it would reduce it to 4 days a week and change the hours from 8 hours a day to 10 hours a day. And it would greatly reduce the amount of traffic peaks from 2 days, which is the weekend, from 2 days to 3 days, and make it easier and greater amount of roadside services and reduce overall stress amongst the public, which is shown in a study by University of Pennsylvania, that their articles of sub-regional planning show that when traffic congestion, if it goes down, people are less stressed. And I hope I have convinced you that a more flexible work schedule is the most effective way to reduce traffic congestion.
All right, well, the proposition is phrased a little bit awkwardly, but it is clearly identified. The secondary points are labeled, but they're not all claims. In fact, some of them are questions, and some of them are just phrases that identify some of the things that you're going to talk about. They don't necessarily take a point of view. I'm trying to figure out how the estimate was that's only going to cost $20,000 to $40,000 to have the flex time applicable. To what companies, in what circumstances. I'm just imagining, for instance, the conditions that you'd have to do. If you owned a business and your typical hours were, let's say 9 to 5. I mean, most businesses, they don't just keep 9 to 5 hours. They have longer hours than that. But if you're trying to create the flex time that you're talking about, or the 4-day week that you're talking about, that sounds to me like there are going to be a whole bunch of business hours that you're either going to have to stay open, which involves utilization of resources. And I don't know how big the company is. If you're saying it's $20,000 to $40,000 per company, and I'm wondering, as a company, is it worth $40,000 to me to make my employees less anxious when they're on the road because they don't have to deal with traffic? I don't understand why that is the burden of the company to handle this situation. You've got interesting ideas here, but it seems like they are sort of randomly presented as options. And the idea that they can solve the problem, I think, needs a lot more work. The first piece of information that you present is amusing in the way it's presented. I mean, just think about it. Building more roads creates more traffic. It sounds so counterintuitive, but I do know the inference that the people doing the study did is that it simply increases the use of those things because it then becomes attractive to do more traveling in those circumstances. As opposed to simply relieving the tension, the pressure on the thoroughways as it is. I think you'd have to find some experience where we've had those kinds of options as a way of illustrating this point to show how practical it would be. The presentation feels really underdeveloped. I think you need a lot more information to make the argument stronger. All right, thank you.